Hey writers, Lee Jessup here, career coach for emerging and professional screenwriters, coming at you with another installment of the Submit Your Script video series. As we know, we've seen a lot of changes over the last few months in early 2025 in the competition landscape. We Screenplay, Screencraft, Launchpad went away. Now this past month, a few weeks ago, we found out about all the changes with the Nickel Fellowship, but there's still a lot of great competitions out there to submit to, still opportunities for your script. When I look at labs, competitions, fellowships, I look at the programs that will grant you access, that will give you an entry point to industry executives, to managers, to people that you might not have been in touch with previously or had access to previously, so that they can discover you and your work. At the end of the day, we are not looking at the highest money prize, even though some of them definitely have that, or the software or other prizes that you're getting, but rather these competitions, labs, and fellowships that can really make an impact for your career and for your journey into screenwriting, should you be named finalist, winner, or in a couple of exceptions like the Austin Film Festival or the Nickel, semi-finalist. So with that in mind, here are some of these labs, fellowships, and competitions that are coming up that do have deadlines in the coming days and months. First, we have the Page International Screenwriting Award that has a final deadline on April 15th. This is open to features and TV pilots. I really love that they have a lot of different categories here, so your screenplay really competes against others in its space and has the opportunity to shine in its space. So do throw into that if you have something that's ready to go. Next, we have Roadmap Writers Top Tier Competition. Roadmap Writers, for those of you who have been living under a rock and are not familiar, has been on the forefront of connecting writers with reps. They work with a lot of young up-and-coming reps who are looking for new clients. They help you do a lot of things in the kind of marketing space in order to perfect your work, not your work, but how you present your work and get it out there. Then we have the Blacklist Writers Lab. This is a lab, which means more of some level of interactive work. This is open to feature screenplays. It closes on June 1st. My understanding is you have to ultimately have your script up on the site, have evaluation, one or multiples for it, look at the specifics, and you have to opt in for the lab that is coming up. Another one from Blacklist is with Women in Film. This is an episodic program. I had a writer go through this program and honestly all the other programs as well, but this specifically comes to mind because the writer was identified through the program by a manager who ultimately wanted to work with her, ended up signing her within days of the announcement of her placement in the lab, and got her staffed on her first show that she was on for a couple of seasons. So that's just a small example of pie in the sky, best things that can happen, but what we're looking for and what we're hopeful for as you get your work out there and in front of people who work in the industry. And then finally, we have, I missed the deadline, didn't I? That deadline is December 15th for the Blacklist Women in Film episodic program, obviously open to female identifying writers, TV pilots. Then we have the script pipeline competition, the TV writing contest. So you guys know I'm a big fan of Script Pipeline. They have an amazing track record of discovering writers that go on to have careers to get signed. On the feature side, we've seen a ton of their writers, or a significant percentage, go on to be named to the blacklist. The list, not the website. If you're not sure about the difference, check out my other video about that. But the point here is you guys have worked hard. You've vetted your screenplay. You've gotten notes. You've done the rewrites. You've gotten more notes. Your work does nothing for you on the shelf. We want you to get it out there. We want it to start paving a path towards that career that you are looking for. So this exposure, and exposure specifically through competitions, labs, and fellowships that have some industry footprint, that are recognized by the industry or people in the industry, like Roadmap Writers, for example. A lot of young and up and coming managers are familiar with it. What we hope for is that it will, one, create exposure to that sector of the business, but two, give you a marketing tool. So should you win or become a finalist, or in something like Austin, become a semifinalist, you have another opportunity to market yourself, to share information, and to tell people about your success, because that's what we're invested in. All right, you guys, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please do subscribe. There'll be more of this and plenty other coming your way. Bye.